Hey guys, as you probably know, today marks the day that the SNES Classic came out. From what I could see, Nintendo really listened to what everyone was saying, because I saw way more stock than for the NES Classic. Every store around me had at least 40 to 50 units, and I mean, the market, like where I live, the market it's not a huge market, so that is saying a lot. Yeah, so I honestly believe that if you really wanted one, you could have easily got one. But anyways, I wanted to do a unboxing of the SNES Classic here. I haven't opened this yet, and I'm really excited to see what's in it. The packaging is awesome. I mean, very reminiscent of the original Super Nintendo packaging, which I do have. Very reminiscent. It's really awesome how close they stuck to the original design. I also like how they're keeping a cohesive design with the Classic Edition consoles. They're keeping them the exact same size, and they have like a really good cohesive design. So I think that's awesome. You'll be able to put them all side by side, these two, and then eventually when the N64 one comes out next year, because we all know that's coming. Yeah, I think they'll look really cool together. So anyways, let's get into it. A lot of great games on this. Like, basically, I would say almost anything that you could ask for is on here, aside from the fact that I would have put Donkey Kong Country 2 as opposed to the first one. But, you know, that's just nitpicking. I like that they don't put any tape or anything on it, so it's like people aren't going to be tempted to keep it sealed. Now you're playing with superpower on the thing there. That's pretty cool. Okay, so out of the box, what do we got? We got just the typical instructions, the instruction manual, and we also got startup instructions, which also come with looks like a poster. Kind of like you used to get in games and consoles and stuff. That's really awesome. You could tell they really put a lot of care and thought into this, into making these classic consoles, which is really cool. Now, the Super Nintendo is probably my most nostalgic console. It's the one I played most growing up. Me, my brother, and my dad all played a lot of Super Nintendo. Alright, so we got the outlet here. Your typical, got your micro USB cable, your HDMI cable. Now we got this actually comes with two Super Nintendo controllers, which is awesome, because the NES only came with one, and it was a nightmare trying to find the extra one here. Now these feel really close to an original Super Nintendo controller. The material, the plastic, feels a little different, but other than that, it's really close, and decently long wires this time, as opposed to the NES, which was like that long. So that's cool. Two NES controllers, or two Super Nintendo controllers, my bad. Now the console itself, tiny. Like, seeing this, it's probably, I guarantee it's smaller than you're expecting if you haven't held one. So you got the working power and reset buttons, which is cool. Now obviously eject button doesn't do anything, and cartridge slot doesn't do anything. You got your HDMI out and your power outlet on the back there. When I was first looking at this, I was wondering where the controllers plug into, because you only see these fake kind of Super Nintendo plugins here. And then I noticed there's these lips right on the bottom there. So those pop up, actually. Or they pop down, sorry. Pop down, and there's your controller plugins there. A lot of good multiplayer games on this, so that's cool that they ship it with two controllers. You got your Super Mario Kart, Mario World, got F-Zero, Street Fighter, and all that. And this does include my favorite game of all time, Mega Man X on there. So that's awesome. Hopefully more people will get to play that game because it is unreal. Now this does have the unreleased Star Fox 2, as you've probably heard. What you might not know about it is that you actually have to beat the first stage of Star Fox to unlock Star Fox 2, which I think is pretty cool. It's not there right out the box. So you kind of it gives you something to unlock, which is always nice. Not enough of that these days. It's all DLC and stuff like that, microtransactions. So that's cool that it actually gives you something to unlock. Star Fox 2 previously unreleased. It was canceled actually on the Super Nintendo because Nintendo opted to make Star Fox 64 for the N64 instead. And I guess in their eyes, Star Fox 2 seemed a little dated, which it was. Like, I mean, I don't know how well that's gonna play, but like even going back to the original Star Fox on Super Nintendo, it's unintuitive. It did not age well, so we will see about that. So yeah, that is my unboxing of the Super Nintendo Classic Edition. If you wanted one on launch, I hope you got one. I don't think you're going to have too difficult of a time if you didn't get one on launch. I think the restocks will be pretty healthy. And I think if you really want one, you will be able to get one. I think they finally understand what they're doing and how to make people happy, and I think that they're going to really try. SNES Classic Edition. Awesome.